As you wish, but remember, homeowner, this poses a substantial security risk. I'll keep you safe.
Should have done this long ago.
So we had an interrogation, but then...
Understood. Can't tell who might be out.
Over there!
Prepare to engage.
Nothing.
Let's go.
Hlášení o zákazu vycházení. Násilí v komplexu útulek se šíří. Kvůli vlastní bezpečnosti nevycházejte ven. Hrozí zatčení.
Field for infractions from my quota.
Any more makes it here. Dead. Crazy.
Let me go. I need to get out of here.
Or maybe one of these other coins knocked her off.
Out of body.
Harassing everyone for food. We're fucking Ryan.
You get off on this kind of thing.
Suicide tents are called on our hands.
What was that?
Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nouzové hlášení. Státní policie má příkaz zatknout každého, kdo poruší zákaz vycházení.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nice.
Waiting report.
Wait. Hold it. Waiting to blow. Now look.
This curfew is bullshit.
Lots of reports of suspicious activity lately.
Good. Why not? Who's back? Hey, nothing to report.
We have no business together. We have no business together. What are you doing here? It's after curfew. It's dangerous.
Serial killers are dangerous. Curfews are just inconvenient.
I beg your pardon?
Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's gotten herself mixed up in these harvester killings.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't see what that has to do with me. Or with you, for that matter.
Before going after her, I want to make sure I have all the information I need. I read the email you sent her. You seemed very concerned. Something about a neural surgery you performed. Why was it so important for her to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
Your patient? You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Tai-Yong Medical, big tech corporation. You know it?
Enough to know I don't like where this is going.
I headed a project, the cutting edge of neural science and cellular memory replacement. We dealt with people suffering from severe social disorders. We were making people better by making them better people.
How exactly did you make people better?
We found a way to isolate specific character traits. The idea was to use neural implants with imprints of desirable traits from select individuals and insert them into others who were, how should I say, less gifted. Take a man like yourself, for example. Could have given you a sense of humor.
I'm funny enough as it is. Now how about you tell me what went wrong? Something obviously did.
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Tai-Yong forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. Big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
I'm trying to save Daria. If any part of you cares about what happens to her, now is the time to tell me. What do I need to know to help her?
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time.
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure. And you can quit stalling, because I'm not going anywhere until I get the answers I need.
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Tai Young had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Tai Young Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoners into the mentally unstable? Smart. Let me take a wild guess. Daria's donor was Marek Svobodka, better known as the Harvester.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given, was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
An innocent woman's been turned into a vicious killer, in large part because of a procedure you carried out. I'd say that matters.
Daria wasn't turned into anything. She willingly participated in a procedure. Now she is willingly killing people. You may choose to see a causal relationship between those two things, but let me assure you, it's more complicated.
Save it for the lawyers. What I need to know is how to stop her.
All right. Look. We obviously want the same thing here. Daria has a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to,
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her, but then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
There must be another way. Something that doesn't involve attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do. She must be held accountable.
Maybe, but I still think you're hiding something.
Look, I'm the only one who can analyze the data and find out exactly what went wrong. Make sure this never happens again. Please, you must agree to incapacitate Daria and remove the chip. Bring it back to me, and I promise you will be compensated.
We'll see.
It is dangerous to be out in the street tonight. What do you want from me now?
I think you're keeping something from me.
And I think you're desperate to believe that Daria is innocent in all of this. But I assure you, she is not. We have no business together. What do you want from me now?
Kvůli obavám chceme
Just wait there.
It's built this far, we are in serious trouble.
East. Now! Okay, don't shoot. No. Just wait there. No sign of trouble.
This curfew is bullshit!
Put that back in your pocket.
We have no business together. What are you doing here? It's after curfew.
Serial killers are dangerous. Daria Mishka, ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's...
I'm sorry to hear that.
Before going after her,
I...
you're patient. You mean...
No, of course not.
Enough to know I don't...
I headed a project.
How exactly did you make people better?
We found a way to isolate Take a man like yourself, for example.
I'm funny enough as it is.
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone.
Daria is responsible for what...
I'm trying to save Daria.
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time. My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating...
Once again, not sure I like where this...
A young medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoner. Daria's donor was Marek Svobotka.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
An innocent woman's been turned into a vicious killer.
Daria wasn't turned into anything. She will...
Save it for the lawyers.
All right. Look. We obviously want the same thing here.
What, kill her? There must be another way. Something that doesn't involve attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Tai Young Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you install.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria's been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026. But I warn you, do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
Damn crooked cops.
It's dangerous to be out in the street tonight. It is dangerous to be out in the street tonight.
Státní policie má příkaz zatknout každého, kdo poruší.
I was talking about some serious shit. So let's... want a lawyer.
Nevycházejte ven. Hrozí zatčení.
Should have done this long ago.
Here's what instructions from my quarter.
I don't know where she is. All I know is she called you, not me. Cute, doesn't it?
Oh, thank God. I knew you'd find me. We must hurry, before he comes back.
Before who comes back? The man who killed Angela Gunn?
Yes. He knows you're after him. He wanted you to come.
So where is he?
He's everywhere. Can you not feel his presence? Are you not scared?
Why did he bring you here? What does he want?
He's using me to get to you. He thinks that by removing your augmentations, he can make you whole again. Quickly, come closer. Help me to get out, and then deal with him. Please, I beg you.
You can drop the act, Daria. I know what's going on here. I know there's no one else out there. I ran into an old friend of yours. The name Cipra mean anything to you?
You mean Dr. Cipra? Where did you dig him up?
He's worried about you.
He's worried about himself. He's worried about Tai-Yong Medical. They're willing to kill to cover things up, to preserve their precious image. Their reasons are savage compared to mine.
I don't believe this is who you are. Something changed in you after Cipra's surgery. Made you do things you would never have done otherwise, for reasons that aren't your own. But it's not too late.
Don't be so naive. I am who I've always been. Cipra's surgery, all it did was give me access to another man's technique, his courage to follow through.
I can still help you. Ad hominem 2026.
What did you do? Is that how machines pray?
Listen to me. The neural chip that Dr. Cipra installed in you is in the process of shutting down. Try to focus. This version of you that's been hurting people, I don't believe that was really you.
Then you don't know me very well. Why? Why should this change anything? The procedure gave me access to memory banks that weren't my own. The choice to draw on those memories was mine alone. You can't take them from me.
The shutdown process may take some time. There may be lingering effects, but that doesn't mean it's too late to help you.
You really believe that, don't you? All right. Prove it. Approach me. Come. Closer. Save me from all those horrible things Dr. Cipra did. There's nothing to be scared of, right? Surely whatever trace of the harvester was inside me is gone now that you've said the magic word.
You obviously need more help than I can offer, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. Whatever power the neural chip had over you should be diminishing now. You should be able to fight whatever urges Svobodka's memories inspired in you.
I don't need help. You do. You need to be saved. All Augs need to be saved. Svobodka inspired me to... I can make you human again. I have to make you human again to atone for what I am.
This notion you got that augmented people need saving, that there's something less than human. Look, I didn't know her, but I guarantee you Angela Gunn was a human being. Her humanity was defined by her ideas, her passions, the causes she believed in. It had nothing to do with whether or not she was augmented.
Slobodka never saw them as individuals. To him, they were victims of an age that terrified him. Mirror images of the monster he had become. He believed the entire race was under attack, that mechanization would keep our souls from migrating.
How does that sound like to you when you say it? Migration of the soul, victims of an age? I'm not talking abstract concepts here. I'm talking about people. Slobodka never saw his victims as human beings because it would have made it impossible to do what he did. He was sick, he was scared. Whatever he was no savior.
You're right. The more he killed, the easier it became. That is why he had to repeat the actions, ritualize them. It was a way of justifying his beliefs. If you kill one man, the memory is like an anvil. If you kill 7, you quickly forget the first. It all starts to seem inevitable. Surely it must be obvious to you by now. The Daria you came here to save no longer exists. She hasn't for a long time. All that remains now is his drive, his legacy, his cause.
His cause, not yours. I don't know the extent to which you're responsible for your actions, whether you chose to be like him or whether it was completely out of your control. But you are different. If you can recognize that, then maybe you can start distinguishing his motives from your own.
Let's say that I can feel his presence receding. After all this time, maybe I can finally recover the person I was before she pressed procedure. That doesn't undo what I've done. How can I possibly be allowed to walk out of here?
It's not for me to judge you. I want smarter people than me to look into this neural procedure you underwent. Dig into Cipra, anti-aug.
So you're offering me a fair trial?
I'm not offering anything. But if there's any hope of moving on here, not killing anyone else is a good start. Society has every right to judge you, and it also has a right to hear all about Cipra anti-aug medical. I'm not an expert on extenuating circumstances, but I'd say you have an interesting case.
You were right before, about the override process taking time. I can feel him receding. Memories of memories no longer crashing against me like they did. Let me prove it to you. Come closer. I want at least one person to know that I'm no longer what I was.
All right, Daria, we need to get you out of here for real now. This needs to end.
The version of me who did those things to Angela, I cannot even imagine it being me, even though I know it was. Whatever happens now, whatever the authorities decide, I hope you believe me.
What's going on here? What the hell am I interrupting?
Detective Montag.
Daria's got a story to tell you. How you react may have something to do with your thoughts on experimental neural therapies and big medical conglomerates.
I don't understand. Where is the harvester?
I want to turn myself in.
One of you really needs to start explaining.
I want to confess to the killings of Angela Gunn, Misha Voracek, Pavel Klima, and Leonie Wolf. I also need to tell you about a neural procedure I underwent. It involves Taiyong Medical and a man named Dr. Nicholas Sipra. I hope you'll listen.
You can handle this from here. Just listen carefully to what she has to say.
All right, Daria. I think you should start at the beginning.
2 years ago, I signed up for a program sponsored by Taiyong Medical. They said they could help people to become better versions of themselves. It all feels so long ago now. Another lifetime.
I suggest you remember everything you possibly can about this procedure you underwent. Who was involved, when it happened.
I'm not that person anymore. I swear to you.
Take your time. For now, nothing's going to happen until I get the full story.
Turning myself in is for the best. I know that now.
Access granted.
I should...
Okay. All right.
I like it down here. If you don't, then you can just fuck off.
It is you, again.
Edward Braun. Thought we activated your permit.
You did. Whatever you did was enough to fool them.
Doesn't seem to have done you much good.
It kept me out of Golem. I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you. But now, martial law changes everything. It's Warsaw 1982 out there.
Warsaw didn't have drones.
I remember them going into people's homes, accusing them of things they did not do, being part of organizations I have never heard of. It was clear to me that it was all happening again.
So you slipped away, went underground. How'd you know to come here?
I heard a message on the radio. They were saying that martial law was being used as an excuse to round up anyone. And then I look outside and I see this with my own eyes. The police acting indiscriminately, just like 82. So I decide to do exactly what I did then. I hide in the sewers. And I start to find others. People who are scared and looking for safety, just like me.
I'm sorry it came to this, Edward. I know how much it meant to you to stay in Prague.
It's not about me anymore. I am one of the lucky ones. All these people down here, we must stay together. We must help each other to get through this. They are my family now.
Good luck, Edward.
You always did want to travel.
Excuse us, please.
You always did want to travel. The German woman runs the show. You always did want to travel.
To travel, yes. Not to be a fugitive.
It is you, again.
Tall, dark, and... Welcome to the Underground. I owe you an apology for hacking your info link.
Don't sweat it. I'm assuming you had a good reason.
Samizdat's usual channels are all bugged. I couldn't risk an audio communication being traced back here.
You're Little K, right? You don't sound local.
I wrote some things that made me have to delocalize a long time ago. Been living story to story on a Schengen visa and a language implant ever since. Never expect a short story from a long-form journalist. You want to know why I brought you here? The police raided Samizdat last night. Cleared us out. We were broadcasting until they pulled the plug. Radios, flyers, mail bursts, the makeshift media van. Getting the message out to our subscribers if they needed a refuge. As you can see, it went a little wider than we anticipated.
This isn't what I call laying low. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
They already got K. Bones, the backup servers, even the shitty coffee machine. Enough for them to call it a win and get back to indiscriminate brutality on the streets.
Where were you when this happened?
Right here. Running our little home away from home. Our sources tipped us off about the martial law. Either we could write about it and throw our hands up. Boy, I sure hope this massive rights violation doesn't end up being too awful this time. Or we could enact a readiness plan and really do something.
Yeah, when we first met, I called you pamphleteers. I guess I should apologize.
Oh no, we were pamphleteers. Now we're pamphleteers, jury-rigging an underground railroad.
So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
Why not both? Now Samizdat has a captive voter base we could run for the Senate.
It's organized resistance then.
Peaceful resistance. We're working together to get people under the cordon and out of Prague. It's a happy accident of a police state. Well, I say happy when everyone's repressed, they can see past their prejudices.
Or they shift the blame. It's gonna take a long time for those prejudices to heal.
As long as certain people can profit from keeping the wounds fresh. But you knew that already.
What happened to Kay?
Kay is me now, according to the Samizdat Manifesto. It's all very third-wave socialist with a dash of martyr complex.
Good to know. But I mean, what physically happened to him?
Right. His name is Yarek Drobny. He's being held by the police along with Bones. No contact, no bail, no rights, plausible deniability.
He must have known the risks.
Well, he was open to the existence of risks. When you showed up, it should have been a wake-up call, but you were reasonable. The state isn't reasonable.
I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put up posters. What's the deal?
We've made a plan. We're getting people out of the city, starting first thing tomorrow. I want Yarek and Bones to go with them, but first, we need to bust them out of jail. Tonight.
And you think I'm the kind of guy who breaks into police stations?
Are you telling me you're not?
Fine, I'll get them out. They're being held in the temporary police station downtown?
Yes. By the Monument Metro. Once you're clear, takes them across the plaza to the Uneda Cleaners. We've cached everything they need for a long road trip along the old NATO decommissioning zone.
That's your escape route? Puts getting them past the state police into perspective.
It works on paper. And gives them these new identity documents, a lot of new identities. We found a very good forger. We're keeping her from a bright future in a Pika's newsroom.
You, again?
Too many people. We'll have to borrow more trucks. Can we get back into the city trash depot tonight?
We have already taken so many. Maybe we should consider freight trains again.
You don't know where those trains have been? I don't either, but it's highly radioactive.
I work for the State Department during the day, and during the night, I try to undo it all again.
Tell him he's a true hero of the resistance.
I am just talking with little K here.
Tell him he's a true hero of the resistance.
It is you, again.
Milena, you didn't take my advice about giving up on forgery.
I know. But trouble is, I've got a talent for it. And it's a real growth market. As soon as you got me out of that thing with Dragomir, I had like 20 emails from Samizdat. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for art school graduates to find a specialist subject these days?
The permits aren't enough for police anymore, forged or real.
In Prague, maybe. But it turns out I'm multilingual when it comes to falsifying border passes. Lucky, right?
Never works, I'd say lucky.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Super Commando Man. Oh, don't mention it, Milena. If there was an easier option, you think we wouldn't take it? I was less stressed out when I was working at gunpoint.
We may not agree on your methods, but I'll let you get back to your work.
Coming from you, that is like the gold star seal of approval.
Have you come to help us?
No,
It is you.
I'm not sure how Rucker's death will affect the project.
Have you come
These
to
riots,
help
though,
us?
puts a bad light on everything. I suppose you responded, I am willing to volunteer on the Samizdat mailing list too.
It is you, again.
Mea culpa on that stunt.
Declaration of augmentation. Tigard registry. History of permit application. Ugh, this one. Notice of revocation of welfare on basis of augmentation. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Tall, dark, and augmented. Over here. We're both busy people, rapidly running out of time.
It is you, again.
locking us up so you can play bad cop, worse cop, huh? What do you think this is, the 1980s? Like those old documentaries? The journalists aren't the revolution, man. We're just augmenting the message. And the message, it's still out there. It's on the streets. It's over the airwaves. It's spreading
Our
online.
military-industrial
Maybe
friend.
it's even gotten through
Primus,
those
is that
faceless
you?
skull buckets of yours, huh?
We
Maybe
have
you're
to free
thinking
us or
you're
interrogate
fighting for
us.
the wrong team. Well, that's a good start, man. First, let
scared,
us see that
Primus.
your strings are being pulled by crooked politicians and big corporate. Then you can stop dancing for us. And you know what to be another good son? Letting us all back in action.
Our old military-industrial friend.
Primus, is that you?
We have to free us or interrogate us.
We're scared, Primus.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Primus, is that you?
Our old military-industrial friend.
You! I knew it, man! I knew you were one of them all along!
Do I look like I'm one of them?
I can feel my hands right now, but if I could run a search for shadowy extra-government agent on the net, pretty sure it's all you.
Fair point. What happened? You pulled a Freedom of Information speech on the state police?
Ha fucking ha. They didn't wait for a speech, man. Lesson learned. Smash the state before the state smashes your nose.
Little K asked me to get you out.
She's the K now, man. I'm a liability to Samizdat.
She cares about you, Yarrick. She didn't want to leave you or Bones behind.
Always was a cool cat, man. One of the good ones. She wrote The Wheels Come Off 16 years ago, and the conspiracies just keep checking out. Everything except the gray aliens, but who's to say that's not a metaphor?
If she wrote the book...
I don't believe in authorial intent.
I might have known you wouldn't keep your heads down during the riots.
This is what a radical news source lives for, man! Lives and dies for! But the helmets on the streets, the extreme peacekeeping, that's not about the Golem riots. How are the Augs gonna get over here? Carpool? No, someone, somewhere wanted the cops to clean house in Prague. And this is just the beginning. What if they could call martial law anywhere, anytime? Cops without borders.
That's your prediction, huh?
You can take it to the bank, man. The Palisade Property Bank.
You told me you were a liability to Samizdat. How do you figure that?
Because the cops burn me, man. Exposure is death. They didn't have to ask a single question. Just took my DNA off their knuckles. My high school dropout date, my sister's parking tickets, my darknet proxies. Oral cemetery.
Oral cemetery?
They didn't get a lot of mainstream airplay. Anyway, Little K shouldn't have sent you. Samizdat has to be bigger than any man or woman.
Samizdat is bigger than you now, Yarrick. The Resistance reached further than you planned for. You want to fall on your sword, there's a better place to do it than in a holding cell.
Whoa, whoa! You know I use the term liability real broadly.
I warned you about picking a fight with Picus. They've got a lot invested in protecting the message.
Would I be talking to you now if Picus had got to us? I mean, does Eliza Kassan have a sense of humor? All those bombs going off lately. What's one more in the sewers? BTW, those are all rhetorical questions.
You don't say.
But they're trying, man. Bones heard the cops talking about extraordinary rendition. What a wonderful connected world we live in, when they can pin an acronym on you, ARC, NSF, who gives a rat's ass, and ship you off to a black site on the UN's credits.
Just how many states are you an enemy of?
All the corporate ones.
There's a way out of Prague for you both. The Samizdat resistance has organized everything. We just need to keep our heads down and get to the cleaners nearby.
The cleaners? Irony. Wait, you mean going through the cops?
It's bad out there right now. Keep your heads down and don't leave here until I tell you to. I'll be back.
Okay, I get it.
Good. I'm gonna take another look outside.
Please, no guns here. They came for us after you left.
Our imprisonment is proof that Samizdat knows what it's talking about. Do we have to free us or interrogate?
Primus, is that you?
Platí dočasný zákaz vycházení.
Damn all, out of control. What a horrible night. All this fucking aug died. Ridiculous.
Těžko říct, kdo tady venku může být.
Rather be in Golem City when the action is.
Zatracený stíny.
We have to check it.
There is no such thing as free will. We are programmed from birth. Heredity, culture, background. We think we make choices, but even they are programmed.
Well, I wonder
funded by the Chinese government. In return for that act, vigilantes tried to reject that directive and crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Yes, folks, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Stone, reporting to you.
Those augs are pretty quiet, Clank. Know what would be even more quiet? If you weren't around here.
Česky, prosím tě.
Not interested, buddy. Get lost.
Get the hell away from me. I do not have time to deal with you.
The last time augmented people allowed their emotions.
Go away.
Lieutenant.
I'm sleeping. Get out of here.
Kvůli obavám z šířících se nepokojů byli zástupci města nuceni v celém městě vyhlásit zákaz vycházení.
Ztracený augové sily. Kontroluj. Noc jako dělaná pro vzpoury.
Policie zatkne každého, koho chytí na ulicích. Byli jste varováni. I tried to be nicer. You knew how this was going to end.
got charged.
Get that away from me.
Am I bleeding? I can taste blood. I don't do well with blood. Oh, I need to get out of here.
It's built this far, we are in serious trouble. You ever get the feeling...
All clear on our...
The whole place was a powder keg waiting.
Platí dočasný zákaz vycházení.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nucení v celém městě vyhlášení zákaz vycházení.
I have money.
Státní policie zatkne každého, Get away from me!
The press wants to be free!
We're scared, Primus. They came for us after you left.
Our imprisonment is proof that Samizdat knows what it's talking about. Our old military-industrial friend.
Samizdat saw all this coming. We're prepared, man. All we need to do is get to the rendezvous. The cleaners nearby.
There's a police locker in the corner that should be stocked with uniforms. Find something that fits and try to look convincing. We need the cops to think you're one of them. Good. It's time to go.
Helena says it's all gone wrong.
Need a stronger lead. Are you going to make the deadline?
What were you saying? I'm very good at taking
Sad
shots.
to see the place like this. Low profile, low profile. Low profile, low profile. It's sad to see the place like this.
Primus doesn't point guns at people.
I can't breathe.
We made it.
Okay, now I'm breathing.
I can't believe it.
Nevycházejte na ulici.
Do you think we are safe here?
We are for now, but you can't risk going back outside. There's a group organizing underground. They're doing everything they can to create a refuge, to help get people out.
These men, they are part of this group? Are they the reason you came?
That's right. You can trust them. Things in this city aren't going to get any better anytime soon. If you wait here, case people will come for you.
Anything is better than being trapped alone with Helena all day. She thinks that we don't need anyone else. That Irenka should never trust anyone but her. But I think she's wrong. I think we need others. You're the one who got us this far. And these friends of yours, they're going to get us even further. Thank you for that.
Good luck, Irenka.
Time for Samizdat to go international.
Yes, exit plans, man, exit plans. Always be making them. We worked this contingency plan out when we started Samizdat. Didn't think it would actually come to this, though.
No one thought it would be like this. You're gonna need these documents where you're going, wherever that is.
I hear Paris is the best place to have a revolutionary agenda these days. If you want to come along, you can be the muscle. Well, whatever your arms are made of, the stuff they use on space shuttles.
No can do. I've got a previous engagement I really can't miss.
Right, with the cardboard box company.
Watch yourself out there, Kay.
Kay? Kay is Kazdi, man. Kay is everyone. You're part of it now.
Platí dočasný zákaz vycházení.
Well, lie low until the morning, then go out with the trash vans.
Hey, are you interested in these guns for a good time?
You have credits? Usually you people with the robot arms and legs have no credits.
Well, you got a real way with people. What's on the menu?
Menu? No, not food. Guns and things. You want?
Make up your mind. Stay, go back. Come on!
Not interested right now.
For now. I like the sound of that.
Global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now...
Oyom.
It's David. We need to talk. In private.
Nothing's more private than my info link.
I'm not so sure. I've sent a secure vid call number to your smart home system. Get to your apartment and call me.
Doesn't make any sense for the Diwali to be working with ARC. They're not terrorists.
Delara, what are you doing here?
Is that going to become our standard conversation starter?
I'm serious, Delara. It's dangerous outside. Non-essential staff should be home. How did you even get...
Ouch. Non-essential.
I just meant...
Work with me, Adam. I was trying for a little levity. Truth is, watching Picus News, hearing that the mobs were getting closer to the city, I was reminded of... Let's just say I thought being 3 stories below ground was better than staying in my apartment. So, I called in a favor and got state police to escort me in. Listen, I can tell something big is happening, so I don't want to keep you.
You doing okay, Delara?
Look, Adam, I didn't tell you why I left Lim International. That I was in session with a patient when the incident hit, and that I was...
You were attacked.
Her name was Madeline. She was 13. A really sweet kid. One minute we were talking, laughing actually, about something silly I'd said, and the next she was...
It was a terrible day. For everyone.
After I fought her off, she just stared at me like she was totally aware, you know, but not in control. God, Adam, I could see in her eyes that some part of her was still in there, locked away. And she was terrified.
Delara, I'm sure the girl...
Madeline. Her name was Madeline. You know the part that I'll never forget, though? The thing that keeps just replaying in my mind over and over? Right before she jumped out of my office window, I could swear she was crying.
Believe me, Delara, I know how you feel. You know what I think? I think we're stronger than that day. I think the scars we carry are like armor now.
Like armor? I like that. Guess I just got a little spooked, you know?
I understand. But regardless of the reason, you took a risk coming back here. These are dangerous times for everyone.
You don't need to worry about me, Adam. I'll be fine. I'll just hunker down in my office until the storm passes. Besides, I hear I have a very comfortable couch.
Just take care of yourself.
I always do.
I'd avoid McCready if I were you. He said something about if you wanted to step out of line again, he'd be happy to set you right.
Hey, Adam.
They're trying to lock it down, but I was able to bypass most of the state police.
Good for you. The last thing we need is more bloodshed. There's been enough already. If I had your stealth training, I might head home, but I think I'm safer in here. Plus, my test results are in and they're putting me back in the field, finally. I don't want to run in with state police messing that up.
Whose unit are you assigned to for your next mission?
McCready's.
Really? I thought...
He actually recommended me. Told me I shoot better than anyone on his team.
That's great. Talk to you later, Arya.
Bye, Adam. See you out there. Diplomatic immunity numbnuts. All this is in one group.
Chang was asking if I noticed anyone suspicious hanging around, or if I felt like I was being followed.
Can't we do something?
We have top personnel, top level here. How are we not killing this investigation?
I guess that's the point of secrecy, isn't it?
You all right, Jensen? I have a weak signal from somewhere in your system.
Get less nervous. We knew
It's not like Augs are gonna be crippled. The dampening chip only limits their enhanced abilities.
Maybe it's the words human restoration they don't like. They're saying they aren't human.
Well, the tension out there isn't helping. All the rioting is making it worse for everybody.
Everyone has the right to protest, even the augmented.
Oh, Agent Jensen. Sorry, one moment.
Everyone has the right to protest, even the augmented. Excuse me. Everyone has the right to protest, even the augmented. Besides, the real problem is ARC, and they're not the ones...
You want people to come through for you. You've got to look out for them. I've got 3 separate reports that suggest ARC's next target is somewhere in the U.S. People wasting their time.
I don't believe it. ARC knows Jensen got out of the Swiss opportunity with some valuable info.
Smiley, hanging in there?
Me? What about you? After your little recon mission, you come back to guns in the street. It's pretty bad out there. Any trouble getting around?
Oh, nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, at least you're positive. Wish I was right now. I've been combing through Dr. Talis Rucker's autopsy report, and apparently the medical examiner found nothing. Can you believe that? Nothing. No poison, no bacteria or toxin of any kind was found in his system. Officially, the cause of death was inconclusive.
Inconclusive? I watched him die, and I know for a fact Marchenko did it. They must have found something.
That's just what I thought, so I got my hands on an earlier draft of the report. And while they were unsure of the cause, at least they knew the effect. An unidentified foreign agent started attacking protein strands, bending them out of shape.
And the body's immune system took it from there.
Exactly. First swelling in the cell walls, then more kinking and bending in neighboring cells. The effect propagated throughout the body, made its way to the brain, where it was game over. Do not pass go, do not collect 200 credits. And that speculation, as they called it, is not in the final coroner's report. As far as they're concerned, the case is closed.
But not for you, right?
There's an unknown substance that kills people in minutes. I want to know what it is. And I'm going to find out. They've already blocked my request once, but I spoke to Miller and he told me Manderley would make a few calls and get things moving.
Okay, stick with it.
Don't worry about that. It'll take more than being stonewalled by state police to stop me. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
Thanks, Smiley.
Talk to you later.
Our informants are informants because they have power. We're bullies! The badge is just an excuse for a lot of these guys.
Orders are still being accepted. Now back to our top story. State police in Prague.
Something's missing.
You want people to come through.
I don't know why. I always fear the worst.
The United Nations building is only one possible.
You want people to come through for you. You've got to look out for them.
Unexpected death of Talis Rucker. The riots have many people fearing the worst.
The NSN is down again. I contacted the manufacturer. They just told us to reboot. Jim is furious.
We might be sending McCready's team to the lab that created the Orchid.
This is moving way too fucking fast.
The NSN is down again. I contacted the manufacturer. They just told us to reboot. Jim is furious.
Our informants are informants because they have power.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai.
Chang was asking if I noticed anyone suspicious hanging around, or if I felt like I was being followed.
All permits, licenses, and certifications are temporarily nullified.
Riot gear on. It seems like a lockdown to me.
The city doesn't want the riots in Gollum to spill out into the streets here. Do you know how many odds we still have in this
You're making
city?
Ark desperate,
Too damn
Jensen.
many.
That's great.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai.
The police are mobilizing in Gollum. Full combat gear, drones, exosuits, the works.
I wonder what did Rucker in. Rucker's death must have been awful to watch.
We'll have our lawyers
Shit,
down there.
sorry, Jensen.
Due to the curfew, all remaining personnel are encouraged to stay at headquarters.
After bank security guards exchanged heavy gunfire with an augmented assailant.
Goddamn fearmongers and death peddlers.
Our informants are informants because they have power.
I'm glad I'm 5 stories underground.
I wish I was...
Sleep right now.
Not safe out there. Not safe anywhere. You know, I was starting to think you got rounded up. My God, martial law. I heard it's pretty bad out there.
Bad enough. Don't go out if you don't have to.
Yeah, well, it's getting bad in here too. I've been going a little nuts. I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure who I can trust anymore.
What are you talking about, Chang?
You know I've been looking into Janus, right? Well, turns out Janus knows things about this place. About us. Things they could only know if... Information that could only come from inside.
You think Janus has a mole inside the task force? What makes you say that? What exactly have you found?
I can't tell you that, Jensen. I'm in charge of cybersecurity here. You really didn't think I wouldn't notice what's been going on? You've been poking into people's computers. You've been doing other things.
Do we have a problem, Chang?
Easy, Tiger. I'm not accusing you of anything. Yet. All I'm saying is, I'm a paranoid guy, Jensen. Right now, more than ever. If someone I work with is... I need to know these walls are safe.
Nowhere is safe. My job, my reason for being here, for doing whatever it is you think I'm doing, is to change that.
Are you saying I should keep this to myself for now?
I'm saying you should do what you think is right. Use the resources you have here to go after the people who deserve it. People who manipulate others, who do everything they can to hurt others. You really think that's me?
No, I don't, Jensen. Just be careful, all right? Make sure you know what you're doing.
I'm always careful, Chang.
Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video.
Denson, I hope you're not having problems with your terminal, too.
I could have sworn I saw...
Careful,
Still better than him blowing up something else.
I can't believe it.
The IT team discovered we were being bugged.
I guess there's a chance
There's too many things to do all at once.
Everyone
Peterson
thought you were
pulled his
dead,
ID
but
off the
me.
train station
I'm the
video.
only one who reads the case files. I know what you can do. It's like Smiley says, you just Jensened your way
Jesus,
out of
why
there.
do I get all the crazy
Too bad
ones?
the place was cleaned out by the time
That's
the sweeper
not right.
team got there. These guys are pros. Serious pros. They didn't leave much behind. God, I just want to get these guys.
Damn
Where do these
fine work.
crackpots come up with this stuff?
Diplomatic.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in
guess there's a
28.
chance he died
You
in
heard of the
class.
Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker
I guess there's
activists,
a
or
chance he died in
hacktivists.
the
Oh
blast.
my god, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom.
Oh my god.
At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by
Could be the
exposing
start of a
hypocrisy
family
and
war.
protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darkness.
MIA
And that
is
name
still
that
better than
echoes,
blowing
even
up
louder
something
than
else.
Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others
Fine
think
work,
there is
actually.
no Janus. Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her?
MIA
Nobody
is
really
still
knows
better
who
than
or what
blowing up
Janus is.
something else.
But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale.
There's too
The corporate
many
world
things
is
to do all at
terrified of
once.
Janus. The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective. Samizdat is an underground news outlet that prides itself on being the anti-Picus. They offer incisive and opinionated takes on current events and eagerly disclose sensitive information and or leak documents to the public. Sometimes this information comes from secret sources, and sometimes it comes from actively hacking or even breaking into places where sensitive information is kept. Journalistic integrity and a genuine commitment to truth tends to balance the organization's more extreme-leaning conspiracy bent. For every wild speculation, there are at least 4 recent arguments backed by tangible evidence. Of course, a tinge of paranoid conspiracy-mongering is inevitable, given that members of the group are considered criminals. Any kind of intelligence or international security agency is rightly very nervous about Samostat's cowboy approach to information liberation.
I guess there's a chance he died in the MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
The editor of Samostat is a man known only as K. He works out of an underground newsroom somewhere in Prague, which is the principal hub for an extensive network of secret sources and rogue journalists working all across Europe.
Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video. MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
That's not right.
Here we go, the Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call Ascension.
MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
There's too many things to do all at once.
Damn fine work, actually.
Joseph the Builder, former member of the Church of the Machine God, now deceased. It seems he was the main architect and designer of the Consciousness Collector, the machine the Church of the Machine God wanted to use to help them merge with the Singularity.
Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video.
They're all corrupt, as far as I'm concerned.
That's not right.
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition.
there's a
They're a
chance
human
he
rights
died.
group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker soon after the AUG incident, who started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge. Dr. Talos Rucker, former medical doctor and former leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, now deceased.
I don't know,
You know
how
the
much more
rest.
of this I can watch.
I wish I was asleep right now.
Everything we know about this guy can fit on one yellow sticky note. We know his name, Viktor Marchenko, if that's his real name, and nothing else. I mean, we can't find a trace of him anywhere. You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and AUGs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
Now, these mafia types are always squeaky clean on paper.
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai. I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since Dubai, Jensen. The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers Salar and Wazim Alam. Their exact base of operations is unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman. The brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020 and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries, ex-military, nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, AUGs, and they occasionally throw in some human trafficking.
Nikoladze. Radic. M.
I guess there's a chance he died.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
Too many things to do all at once.
Ah, Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar. Purity First is an anti-AUG group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity.
can't believe how they're
They've been quiet since the incident.
I wish I was asleep right now.
Damn fine work, actually.
Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the gin lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
There's too many things to do all at once.
Oh, here we go. The
Peterson pulled his
Diwali
ID
crime
off Fire
family.
Station video.
As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises, till they found their specialty, smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me, I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new. The past versus the future.
I could have sworn I
Well,
saw.
it seems that state police found Radish Nikoladzi's body somewhere out in the country, in a wheat field. They suspect the body was moved, post-mortem. You think?
I guess there's a
Fucking
chance he
morons!
died in the blast.
These guys are never gonna find his killer. The classic Diwali structure has two spies, or pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss.
Peterson
Those guys are
pulled his
pretty
ID
violent.
off the train station video. Damn fine work, actually.
The Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Batkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radish Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a pakhan, a spy that watches the Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
Otar Batkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have
Could be the
respect
start of
and
a
make good
family
money.
war.
I guess there's a
Good
chance he
business.
died in the blast.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy,
That's
Vano.
not right.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video.
Now, these mafia types are
MIA
always
is
squeaky
still
clean on
better than him
paper.
blowing up something else.
Typical. Just as we're zeroing in on a possible origin of the Udalek hacker, the entire system goes down.
Damn fine work, actually.
People allow their emotions to get the best of them. So are you a supporter then of the United Nations Resolution 3507? Do you believe the controversial Human Restoration Act should pass?
Eliza, if members of the UN Security Council accept if they were willing to put their support behind me and the Safe Harbor Initiative, well, I wonder if they need to debate
You dig deep enough with these guys, you start to find the skeletons.
Oh, Jensen, hi. Be with you in a sec. You know what I heard? He got captured, escaped, and sneaked his way out of a heavily guarded facility. That's his idea of a recon mission.
That's Jensen. He's a hands-on kind of guy. Hang on.
He's also got a bit of a problem with authority.
So what? The hostiles were there, but he got out with the intel we needed. Mission accomplished.
It is not according to rumors circulating the internet.
Fuck Jensen, if that shit in Gollum boils over to Prague, we're gonna have a bad day.
Heavy gunfire with an augmented assailant. It is not known at this time what fault the assailant.
successfully broke in. Palisade Bank Corporation owners released a statement claiming that any rumors of a break-in at our highly secured facility are just that.
We send our guys to the wrong target and we
Between you and
expose
me,
ourselves
folks,
to the enemy.
I think they doth protest too much.
Tradition, precision, refinement, static watch.
Luckily, we're in a hurry up and wait situation.
It's about time.
Let's now for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the
Full
audit
territory.
is still being felt 2 years after the fact. Hatred, violence. In the western United States, a group of non-organized citizens, armed with full weapons, has begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S. government is not doing enough to protect them from augmented crazies. Protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act, vigilante hackers tried to suggest
Peter's people decided to go Brian.
We have jurisdiction. Where? When? Don't give me that crap. I need safe passage around this city. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The city's in lockdown, I get it, but I'm in the middle of a level 1 threat investigation here. You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that, but I have agents scattered around this city. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is a clear and present danger. Exactly. How the hell are my people supposed to do their jobs if your people keep arresting them? Do you want more people to die? We have jurisdiction. Where? When? Don't give me that crap. I need safe passage around this city. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The city's in lockdown, I get it, but I'm in the middle of a level 1 threat investigation here. You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. Jensen, thank God. I was starting to get worried.
That I wouldn't make it in here, or that I actually would?
What? I've been on the phone for the last half hour, trying to guarantee your safe passage through this city. Whatever you stumbled into at Garm is big.
I know. I've been trying to find out how big for a long time. They knew I was coming. Marchenko and the gold mask from Dubai. Somebody tipped them off.
Are you accusing me?
When I left here, you, me, and Chicane were the only ones who knew what I'd discovered. Solid proof that someone other than Ark was involved in this. But you and your bosses have been trying to pin everything on them, right from the start.
You're out of line, Jensen. I sent you after Ark because there were viable suspects in the train station attack.
And because Manderley ordered you to do it.
Yes, he ordered me to do it, but unlike him, I will not ignore evidence to close a case. You've been nothing but an insubordinate cock-up since Manderley put you into this unit.
Manderley?
It was his signature on the transfer papers. I checked. I can't believe we're arguing over this. Not when we need to focus. Chicane debriefed me while you were flying back. Leon sent in a strike team. Got there about an hour after you two slipped out.
And the mercs were gone.
Did a pretty good job of trashing the place before bugging out, and left a few booby traps behind. So we have no idea where they went or what they're planning next.
Not necessarily. I heard Marchenko talking to his men. He said something about finalizing a deal with the Diwali.
We need to move on this now. I'll get a search warrant for that old Diwali-owned theater on Zardibi Adlam Street.
You really think we have time for a search warrant?
No, but with the city under lockdown, I can't guarantee you'll make it over to the red light district alive.
I got here, didn't I? Nobody's killed me yet.
All right, fine. I won't stop you. Just be careful out there, Jensen. Let me know what you find.
Copy that.
You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that, but I have agents scattered around this city.
Freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government.
There is a clear and present danger. Exactly. When? Don't give me that crap.
Although the virus is systems to operate, it is not advisable to use it.
Damn fine work, actually. She was asleep right now. Did they send anything to me last night? MIA is still.
Hey, Adam.
Maybe I should call my brother later. Did you meet the couple yet?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
as you wish. But remember, homeowner, this poses a substantial security risk. As you wish.